Hey everybody, happy Sunday. Okay, well, as that intro shared with you, quite a punch, right? You click on your email from somebody that you know. This is a student of mine, former student, and I read it, and then I was like, what the hell? And then I read it again. I was like, whoa, he actually did say that. My response to him was pretty straightforward. I said to him, I appreciate your feedback. I'm sorry it offended you. I was merely trying to share something about a story about someone who overcame their insecurities and found the courage to change. And those are qualities key for any dreamer. So again, I apologize it offended you. To say that I'm insulted by your reaction would be an understatement. But that said, I wish you nothing but the very best. Jim. And that was it. And I'll be honest with you, I'm now going to move him out of this bit of an inner circle. He had access to a lot of things at our school as an alumnus and a studio member as well. And, I'm not being small and petty. It's not like, screw you. It's just years ago, one of my teachers, I think those of you that have followed me for a while know that my religious leanings are just more like the Dalai Lama's, which is Buddhist, obviously. But the Dalai Lama once said, my religion is simple. It's love and compassion for all living beings. And so I always want to stay out of religion with these newsletters, etc. But in making a point today, I have to bring up a teaching that one of my teachers, a Buddhist teacher, shared with me, which is, I thought like you're supposed to be compassionate and loving to all beings, like just, forgive them. And his response, I said, it's hard. And he goes, of course it's hard. And here's the truth. You don't have to let the thief back in the house. If there were robbers outside and they were robbing from you, they were vandalizing your home, you don't have to let them back in. You can forgive them, but you keep them in a place and in a distance that's appropriate for where you're at and where they're at. And I was like, God, what an epiphany that is, And so you might have robbers and thieves in your life, people that are stealing from you, people that take and insult and malign. Now, it's really important, having worked with hundreds of thousands of students now after 30 years of teaching, sometimes it just doesn't work out. Sometimes it's just not a good fit. And we've removed several students over the years. And believe me, man, you should, social media, they will go after you and they give their version of events, which I'm going to be really honest with you, tend to be incredibly skewed. But it is what it is. And we can, you don't want to get into that battle. But you do want to always, what I try to do is if a student says something about me that's negative as they're going out the door, I want to take a step back and I want to be really honest about what they've shared. I don't want to just go, oh, you're an asshole, screw you. I want to own my side of the street. I want to take a step back and say, is there any truth to this? And if the answer is yes, then learn from it. Apologize to them, be better for it, moving forward with other students. But by taking a step back, you can take honest inventory and you might discover, you know what, this is their stuff. This is their stuff. I don't have a nickel in that dime. I once heard that phrase. So, and in which case you're able to let it go. And you always know, I always know anyway. In other words, because there's just a difference in feeling. If they've made accusations and it doesn't sit well, it's like, ooh, there's some truth to it. There's something in there. And I need to be honest. In this instance, it was like, whoa, I was stunned at his response. I was definitely insulted. I'm his teacher. He went through the full training. This is a guy that, again, anyway, doesn't matter. But I was insulted, for sure. I mean, I can't even fathom saying something like that to Sandy. Or any of my teachers over the years that have benefited me, but there it is. And my next reaction was, that's your stuff, after taking a look at it. Okay? And after taking a look at what I shared. I know it's a long video, but go take a look. It's pretty hard to argue with what the message is about and to celebrate this wonderful human being who's overcome a lot of faults, insecurities, shortcomings of his own and owned it and changed. So the crux of this talk today, though, is what? It's about critics and criticism. And, we can talk at length about this. I can go on and on today, but I'm going to try to keep this a bit shorter because it really can be very simple. And that is, ready? When someone criticizes you, judges you about, your dream, why are you doing this? Why are you so stupid being an actor? Hell, we get students, some of our students don't even tell their family or friends that they're doing this because of the judgment and the criticism. And other people, other students of ours tell friends, other actors, people, and they're like, what are you doing? Doing training that lasts 2 years. That's dumb. You're wasting time. You should be doing this. You should, right? And then, of course, just all kinds of other criticism about how you're living your life, how you're managing your life, and how you're walking through life, right? And my advice, after laying it out there for a long time, 30 years now, I've been marching to my own drum, trying to follow my heart and go after my dreams that are unconventional and don't fit into society's norms. And I have been judged, oh my God, I have been judged by friends, family, strangers, people, etc. Okay, ready? Consider the source. Anytime anybody comes at you with a judgment, a criticism, consider the source. Is this someone who has their shit together to such a level that their opinion matters to you, has value to you, that you respect? And maybe it's a stranger. Maybe you're in a show or a play or a film and a stranger critiques your work. Okay? And they're negative, let's say. And back to my point earlier, take a step back, see if there's any truth to it, try to get your ego out of it, see if there's any truth whatsoever. And if there is, then own that, be better for it, forgive yourself, go again. But let's just say that it's a pot shot. I got crushed last year. I was in Hawaii one day, having a beautiful day. I was like walking the beach, just such a great space. And got back to my chair and decided to check messages. And Melissa had sent me a text saying, you need to check your email. And I proceeded to, and some guy had put on a review. It's since been pulled. Thank God, because it was so malicious and so mean-spirited and so cruel and so inaccurate. And it was like this guy literally threw a Molotov cocktail into my career as an actor, as a teacher. I mean, this guy went after me with innuendos and lies, etc. And oh my God. And I knew exactly who it was because I thought to myself, who in the hell hates you this much? And there's really just this one person who, doesn't matter. I'll save the details. But I knew who it was. And plus the things that this person shared, I knew who it was. And so in taking a step back and considering the source, it was very easy to own my side of the street and be clean and clear. I did respond because this was said in such a public way, but I did it in the most professional, graceful, truthful, honest way. It took 3 or 4 days to respond. That's how much he had attacked me, insulted me. And I wanted to be clean. And so anyway, when I finally posted it, I felt good. There's nothing I can do. Consider the source. If I do something, my daughter, this inner circle of people that I admire and respect enormously. My daughter, Melissa, my family, several of my alumni over the years, my agent at William Morris, John and Eamon, John Labrie, Tim Austin. Look, now I'm going to leave people out and they'll feel offended, but the Bubba, Hap. Oh my God, here we go. Anyway, there's a list of people that I respect enormously, that if they were to say something about me that was a criticism, a negative, I'm going to take a look at that. I value their opinion. And so if they're saying something, I want to own it. And I guess there it is. That's what I want to share with you today. Because if you're a dreamer, you're going to have so many people judging you, pulling you down, haters, just going after you. Again, we have over 1 million. I have over 1 million views out on the internet between YouTube, Vimeo, web series, teachings. After all this time, there's a lot of content out there, and the majority of the feedback, is very positive. But I'm going to tell you, man, the louder I get, the more it's shared, the more it offends somebody else or some other teacher, because they're trying to create. Well, anyway, I'm going to spare you the reasons why people would then come back and attack. And, believe me, it's like a punch. It is. It is a punch. It's a moment. It is absolutely, I'll take a moment going, whoa, let me just pull that knife out of my back. But once I do, I have enough self-worth, and time in of being attacked, of being judged, and enough healthy perspective now of just saying, look, man, consider the source. I don't know who this person is. And what they've said, is there any truth to it? No. Then, okay, that's the price of sharing stuff with the world. Some people are going to love it and some people are not. And you just have to learn how to be really honest and hold that personal integrity in place in terms of owning your stuff. And then from there, to thine own self be true. So that's what I learned this week, and I want to share it with you. And I would love your feedback. We have a Facebook page for y'all to respond to. If you want to respond to me personally, just click reply. I'd love to hear from you. It's really my favorite part of these newsletters is the community and the response as to what works and what doesn't. So, and criticisms as well. So fire away, okay? And I will be honest. And I do value your opinion. So my very best. I hope you have a great week. Okay? Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.